welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Alexis, and today I did kind of a sort of simple sunset look. So the tutorial is completely focused on the eyes today. It's probably going to be a lengthier video. I know I talked a lot throughout the video, but I want it to be a little bit more educational. I like to explain to you the reason why I do things the way I do, and I try to help you out with some tips and tricks, just because when I was trying to learn at first, I felt like that was lacking, and that was something that really bothered me. So I'm trying to help you guys out the way I wish I was helped out. I do want to take a second here and say thank you so much to all the love and support for my first video I posted, my everyday makeup routine. So I really expected to maybe get like 20 views, which I totally was gonna be okay with. I did not expect to have as many views as I have now. I am filming this actually the next day after I already posted that YouTube video. So right now we're at a little over 300 views. You know, I gained some subscribers, and everyone has been so incredible to me, showing all of their support for me, commenting on that video, commenting on my Instagram. So many people shared the post on Facebook. So again, thank you so much to anyone who took the time to listen to anything I had to say. So if you would like to see how I got this look today, just keep on watching. Alright, I'm actually coming at you with my brows already done. I actually just filmed a video on how I do my eyebrows, so just keep a lookout for that, and that will be out after this video. So I know in my everyday makeup tutorial, I actually don't do my eyebrows until after my foundation and concealer are already done, but whenever I'm going to be doing eyeshadow, I will do my eyebrows first. So I didn't always used to be this way, but I find that doing the eyebrows before doing my eyeshadow lets me know exactly where my eyebrows are going to be, and whenever I go in to do my eyebrows and carve them out and everything, it's not going to disturb the eyeshadow I already have on. So that is why I started doing my eyebrows before my eyeshadow when I'm doing eyeshadow. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some concealer on my eyelids to prime them for the eyeshadow that we're about to put on. I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape today. I'm using this because it's a lighter concealer and it's full coverage. I want it to be lighter because my skin is a little bit lighter right now. Alright, I have a couple of dots on right now. I'm actually going to zoom you guys in a little bit. I'm going to start blending this out. I'm just going to stamp it onto the eyelid basically. The reason why I zoomed you guys in is because one thing that when I was learning eyeshadow and watching tutorials, I noticed that beauty gurus never zoomed in when they did their eyeshadow. They would be super far away, and it would drive me insane because I'm trying to learn and I need to see up close. I need to see what's going on. I'm actually not going to set my eyeshadow, and I'm going to do one eye at a time. Things change with me a lot. I used to do both at the same time, but ever since filming, it's easier to just do one eye at a time and then onto the other eye off camera. If you're a beginner, I would definitely recommend sending your concealer, just because when I go in with eyeshadow right now, it's going to stick to this concealer very much, make it very bright, and it's going to be a tad more difficult to blend out. But the reason why I don't set it is because I want to be able to get as much pigmentation as I can from these colors, and that's the reason why that a lot of people have strayed away from setting their concealer. But I know especially for beginners, this technique may be a little bit more difficult, so I would recommend setting your concealer and set it with a translucent palette. One of the palettes we'll be using today is the Juvias Place Zulu palette, and this is what it looks like inside. Very colorful, as you can see. I want to use this palette as much as I can in the tutorial today, so I don't use a bunch of different palettes. The first shade I'm going to take is this yellow one right here. I'm going to take the Morphe M441. I'm going to start pretty high just because I have hooded eyelids, so when my eyes open, stuff disappears. So I want this to be the highest color that I have. I'm still going to start a little bit lower. Eventually we will take it closer to the brow bone, but I always like to start not actually too high, because later on when we need to blend it out, we won't be able to because it'll be too high. So this is a fluffier brush, so it's not completely ideal for packing things on, but I'm able to pack and blend at the same time, which I like. And I honestly don't have a ton of brushes, so I kind of have to be strategic about which brushes I use throughout my look. Now I'm going to take this Morphe M433 brush. This is a little bit more of a denser brush. So we're gonna take the orange now. I want to actually stamp this on and place it lower than that yellow. We want this orange to fade into the yellow. Actually gonna take this up a little bit, real close to the yellow. If you have eyes similar to mine, you have to constantly, even though I'm looking down, I constantly have to look up and straight ahead to see what I will see when my eyes are open. So right now, I'm kind of running out of room and I still want to put a pink down here before they get lost. So I know that now I need to bring the colors. I just got scared that I wasn't recording this entire time. So now I know I need to bring my colors up a little bit higher. And I'm gonna go back in with the yellow now and bring it up higher. And I'm sure you guys already know this, but make sure when you're using your eyeshadow brushes to have a light hand with them. You're not pressing too hard. And there we go. Now the yellow is brought up a little bit more. I'm gonna even bring the orange up even a little bit higher. If you haven't already noticed, I don't have a lot of room right here. So I kind of have to be smart about where I'm placing my colors and how high I'm bringing them. I'm gonna go in with this Morphe E28 now. It's kind of more of a triangular brush, like kind of like a dome, if you can tell. And I'm gonna dip into the pink only on one side. If you can tell, I don't want it all over the brush. I don't need it on this side, just want it on one. I'm gonna start putting this here now underneath the orange. I'm starting out really low. It's better to not have enough product and you can go back in and add more than to have too much and then there's nowhere else for it to go. I also have to keep in mind, so I'm gonna be cutting the crease and I will be cutting it above where my eye opens, so I need to make sure that I have enough pink because I'm going to be cutting that crease even higher than my normal crease. So now I'm going to take the pink and also put it on my outer corner. Alright, so now I need to go back in with my orange. Again, just keep taking little by little when you pick up these eyeshadows because like I said, it is much better to be able to keep adding than to add too much and you can't take it away. I'm going to marry the orange between the pink and the yellow to make sure everything's getting all blended. And if you really want, which I'm going to do just for the extra blend, I'm going to go in with this really fluffy brush. This is the Morphe E27 brush. Very fluffy and just lightly blend to make sure everything is very seamless. Alright, so now we're gonna start cutting the crease. This step is very optional. I understand that this is gonna seem scary to some. I actually just started doing this probably within the past 6 months and it was scary to do at first. I'm taking some micellar water and this one's the waterproof one, so really be careful. But I went ahead and got a little bit on this Q-tip, just on the end of the Q-tip, and you want to make sure you don't have too much on there because that will be bad. You need to pat some excess of it off onto your hand, and I'm going to start basically cutting my crease as if I would if I was using concealer, which we actually will do after this. Be careful when doing this. You don't want to actually cut it as much as you normally would with concealer because sometimes when you do this you can get kind of a darker line or it can bleed or something like that. But it is very beneficial to do this because you're not packing on concealer after concealer. And if I just put concealer over my eye right now, the concealer is going to turn pink because of how far down I had to bring that pink just to get a blend. So this is completely optional. If you feel more comfortable with going straight in with concealer, I completely understand. Alright, now I'm actually going to go in with concealer and a flat brush. This is just like a random Mary Kay brush I have, but it's rounded and flat. Try to make sure to, before you go in with concealer, that makeup remover underneath dried a little bit so that you're not mixing makeup remover with concealer. I actually usually take the dry end of the Q-tip and try to rub off as much as I can just to be sure. And now I'm just patting this concealer in. I'm not adding any additional product. I'm just patting what I have and I'm going to slowly bring it out over here. Be very careful on the outer edge right here because if you add too much concealer, it gets very, very patchy in this area. Like when you try to go in and blend some more, it will get very patchy. So because of that, I even take a flat brush. This brush is from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes that always comes with it. And I will press over that to make sure that the concealer is blending in. Now notice how when I'm looking straight ahead, we cut the crease a little bit above so that you can still see what's going on for my lid when my eyes are open. Now that that's all carved out, I'm just going over these lines. I'm not touching them, just right above them, very gently with that pink so we can bring a little bit of the pink back. So what I want to do now is I want to go in and basically bring the pink down a little bit more, kind of like a triangle, if that makes sense. Take a little bit of this pink and stamp it on and lightly blend it. And I'm gonna add a little bit more on this outer corner so we're gonna get a little bit more defined. All right, now for the fun part, we're gonna be using this palette by Pat McGrath Labs. This is the Sublime palette. I want to take this eyeshadow right here. Just look how stunning it is. And I'm gonna take this on a flat brush and I'm gonna start stamping that right on. So I actually received this palette as a gift. There is a YouTuber named Morgan Turner who I watch and I follow her Instagram. She's so stunning and she has a huge makeup collection and I really commend her for that. She does a lot of reviews. She was kind enough to send me this palette as well as the Subversive palette, and literally I wouldn't be able to do this look without her because I've never used any Pat McGrath eyeshadows before and I probably would be too cheap to ever spend my coin on Pat McGrath. But clearly, look at this eyeshadow. Like, there's a reason why that her eyeshadows are so expensive and her products are so expensive. So I just want to say thank you so much to Morgan. Just the fact that you had spent your own money on this and you had decided to give it away to someone instead because you realized that you already have these shadows. I thank you so much. You guys should definitely check out Morgan's channel. I will link that below for sure. I look up to her, that's all I'm gonna say. Alright, so now that I have the shimmer shade on, I'm gonna go ahead and go off camera, do the other eye off camera, and I will come back to do the face with you guys. Alright guys, I am back and I decided to do my face makeup on a different video because I know this video is gonna be so long. I have been talking so much, but I just wanted to make sure that I got all my points across and that I was being as educational as possible. So I did actually film my face makeup. I'm gonna make it like a mini tutorial and post it on my Instagram. So I will be posting that to my Instagram soon, so just keep an eye out for that. So basically I've done almost all my face makeup and now I want to go in and do my under eye eyeshadow. So basically what we did on the top, we are going to mimic on the bottom. So first I am going to take our pink and I'm going to take it on this smaller, it's a really short but dense brush. This is actually by Coastal Scents. I got it in a brush set literally like 6 years ago. I'm going to start putting this pretty much as close as I can to the lash line. I always, just depending on how I'm feeling, honestly, makeup has no rules, but I'd say it's probably easier to start darkest to lightest, so you can just start closest to your eye first. Then I'm gonna go in with the orange. I'm gonna take this other Coastal Scents brush. It's a little bit of a longer brush, a little bit fluffier, but it's not some huge big fluffy brush. It's still gonna put the product where I want it to go. So I'm gonna put that slightly on top of the pink and slightly under the pink. Try to always be blending your lower lash line into your makeup over here. Now I'm going to take this super fluffy brush. This is the Morphe 506 brush. I already have my yellow on it and I'm going to put that underneath the orange. Next, one of my favorite things to do is go ahead and put a lighter eyeliner in my waterline. And my favorite one to use is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. This is the pencil called Milk. This is my favorite eyeliner to use with my brighter eyeshadows, so this is going to be perfect. One tip I would say is before you go in with a white eyeliner, you should go over your waterline with a Q-tip so you can get out any shadow that may be in there, because once I put this white eyeliner in my waterline, it is going to mix with that color. Normally I do my eyeliner after I do my mascara, but I forgot because I'm just distracted by filming. So Keep in mind that normally I do mascara first because when I do my under eye mascara, sometimes it will get in my white eyeliner, which is annoying. Alright guys, I got my mascara on, and one thing I did, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I added a super thin black line right up against my eyelashes because I'm about to put on some fake lashes and I want them to blend as perfect as possible. And for some reason, I've been really struggling with fake eyelashes lately. It's like I just woke up and didn't know how to put them on anymore. So I'm trying to do anything that can help me with these fake eyelashes. So that's just one trick you can do if you guys didn't already know about that one. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I looked through my eyelash collection for a while trying to find eyelashes I wanted to wear with this look, and I didn't like any of them. But I just settled on this one that I'm gonna put on, so I'm sure it'll look fine, but there was none that was just like, this is the one. That's usually how it is. I just look through it and I'm like, this is the one. But there was none like that today. Alright guys, wish me luck. Alright, I'm back and a lot of time has passed. I tried to put on a certain pair of eyelashes and it was a huge fail. So I kind of just went back to my tried and true, which is by Lash Kitty, called Spotlight. They are not sold anymore. So I am hanging on to these by a thread. They are old, they are raggedy, they've been through a lot. And the application of them today is not the best, I'll be honest, but I can't be bothered right now. I've been working on my eyelashes for so long, I need to move on.
The ghetto!
Okay, so last thing, we're gonna highlight the inner corner. This is also one of my favorite parts of makeup. Once I started doing this many years ago, I never looked back. It is an essential. So what I'm taking, there's this shade right here. It's in the Lorac Pro Metal palette. It is called Court. It is a stunning light metallic eyeshadow. So what we're gonna do is we are going to pop this in the inner corner. Look at that. Oh my god. This has been my die-hard. Literally, I've used this for years. I don't use anything else. There's very rare occasions where I use something else. I also wish I wouldn't have done that black liner trick that I told you guys, because these lashes are super thin. Super thin. The ones I was putting on before were really thick. That's why I needed that liner, but these are so thin. And now you just see my black liner, and I tried to cover it up, but I'm not perfect, guys. I'm trying my best. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. I really hope that you like it and that you learned something today. I know I kind of refer to it as a more simple look. When I say simple, I'm referring to the techniques I used today. I know that simple to you guys probably doesn't mean super bright colors, but I gotta have my bright colors. I love my bright colors. They're so much fun to me. Please comment down below if you have any ideas of what you'd like to see from me, and please comment down below your favorite fake eyelash brands and styles. I really need to try some new ones. I mean, the ones I have on today, they're old, girl. They're old. Please do not forget to follow me on Instagram. My handle is glam.by.anorm. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you would like to today. I really hope that you stay with me throughout this journey, and I will see you next time. Bye.